Development Manager and Apprenticeship Specialist for Key Training. My main area is looking at the southwest of the country and also the south of London as well. Now, Key Training, we have been established since 1965, initially offering training that improves the speed and accuracy of data processing. We also address practices and procedures to improve health, well-being and safety in the workplace. In the 1980s, Key Training was invited by the government to set up training centres around the country in order to reskill adults and school leavers who could then work more efficiently and in an ever-changing office environment. We've been innovators in this sector and are now one of the leading national training organisations working for the government, funded through the Education and Skills Funding Agency. And more recently, we've moved to a fully remote working model, adapting employer and learner needs for more flexibility and modern learning techniques as well. So now I'll pass myself over to Farah, who'll be able to take you through the Information Communications Technician Apprenticeship.
Thank you, Graham. My name's Farah. I am the ICT learning coach. So I've got extensive experience of delivering qualifications in education and training. I'm a qualified teacher, assessor and verifier. And my background is I have a degree in ICT and PGCE in computing. So here's the delivery timeline of the apprenticeship program. So from month 1 to 12, the learner is on program learning. This is where they'll have their webinars and their one-to-ones, as well as working within their workplace and completing any off-the-job training. From month 12 to 14, this is where they'll complete mock assessments. So the learner has 2 assessments. They'll have plenty of practice before they enter into month 15, where we will assess whether they are ready for the endpoint assessment, which they'll complete in month 16. Here's an example of our delivery model for the ICT apprenticeship. So some of the topics that we cover in the webinars is the network types and topologies, different fault diagnosis and reporting, lines of support. We look at cloud-based services, virtualizations and Dockers. And then we also look at specific duties for the support technician role itself. So some of the duties that the learner will be expected to hold whilst within the apprenticeship is to provide technical support internally and externally to customers, establish and diagnose IT problems using troubleshooting, apply appropriate security policies to IT tasks, undertake the relevant processes with tools and technologies to resolve technical issues. So the idea is that the learner will be doing this within their day-to-day role as part of their job. But when they come to me, they'll be learning sort of the theory behind it, and then they'll build their portfolio using workplace examples. So on program learning, the learner is expected to attend online webinars, as well as having the one-to-ones where specific tasks will be given to the learner. There will be regular assessments and mock activities, and the idea is when they have their one-to-ones, they are building evidence for their portfolio to demonstrate what they are learning within their workplace, but also the knowledge that they have acquired on their webinars. They're also expected to complete off the job. So 20% of what they do as part of their apprenticeship needs to be off the job. So off the job is something that they would complete away from their normal job role. This could be things like shadowing, mentoring, teaching of theories, learning support and time spent on the assessments and assignments. But it could also be things where they are learning how to use new systems within their workplace, or any training that they are doing within their job role. Employers are responsible for allowing time for learning throughout the duration of the program, both on and off the job. They will be involved in reviewing progress on a regular basis and providing ongoing support. So these are 2 of our current ICT learners who are enjoying being on the apprenticeship. We've got Adam who works for CRM, and he said he's really enjoying his work life. It's a great balance of practical work and theory. He works as help desk and he looks after staff requests and supports customers with their challenges. We've also got a Safa who works for Feversham Girls' School, and they're a chain of academies. So she's part of the IT team, where she's responsible for the 3 sites and all any help desk inquiries that they get from the teachers and the students. And she loves her job. So as part of the endpoint assessment, there's 2 assessment methods. One is which I've discussed, which is the portfolio. There's standards that the learners have to meet whilst on program. And the idea is that when they have their webinar with me, they're learning the theory, but they're sort of applying that to what they are doing within their workplace and providing evidence. This could be screenshots, photographs, videos, anything that proves that they are meeting the criteria. The second assessment method is a project report with questions, and this only happens once they enter the endpoint assessment. So when they get to the end of the qualification, they are externally assessed through BCS, and that's where they'll get their project report, and then they'll have an external assessor who will ask them questions regarding the report that they've created. The progression opportunities with this apprenticeship is that the learner can opt to take the CompTIA exam or Cisco IT Essentials exam, or they can complete the data analyst level 4 apprenticeship, which is something that we offer at Key Training, or they can go into a job role as a support technician, help desk support, first line support, office IT technician, data center technician, and anything else within that sort of technician field.
Thank you, Farah. Now, when it comes down to sort of funding and the costing of the apprenticeship, the complete apprenticeship is coming up at a total of £14,950. Now, this is the price you'll actually pay is split into 2 categories. Now, we have companies whose PAYE bill is over £3 million per annum. They will have the cost deducted from their levy account in 15 monthly payments. So now the apprenticeship levy is basically 0.5% of their PAYE bill is taken from the government and put into a separate pot for them to use for all of their apprenticeships. So this is done on a monthly basis, and if they do decide to take up this apprenticeship, then on a monthly rota or pro rata, sorry, completely stuttered then. On a monthly basis, we'll take payments from their account over the course of the apprenticeship. And then there are non-levy payers who will actually qualify for a 95% government deduction in the cost of this apprenticeship. So they will be invoiced within the first month of £747.50. That's 5% of the apprenticeship. And that will be payable in one lump. Now, for all companies, all funding will be accessed via their digital apprenticeship service or their DAS account, to which Key Training will be on hand to be able to support them in reserving their funding and also getting their learners put onto their account itself. Now, in terms of process, we have business development managers across the country. Okay, we have myself, we have so we've got John Lewis Jones, Georgie Howe, Pam Holt, Suzanne McNicholas, and also Matthew Connell as well. They cover the whole of the country. So wherever you are in England, we do have somebody on hand who'll be able to assist you and be there for more information. Obviously, with this recording, I will also send out contact details for your specific business development manager who you can get in contact with for more help. So this leads us into our Q&A session. If there's any questions or anything you'd like to discuss. No? Okay, that's fantastic. Well, thank you everybody for attending. I hope you got some really insightful information from there. We'll send a recording out to everybody that has registered, and by all means, if you have any questions in the meantime, please do get in contact and we'll be happy to help. So that is us done. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.